Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and we are live, and this is UFRL, and this is Tier 2, Round 7 of 12, live from the Australian Grand Prix. Short qualifying, 18 minutes, followed by the 50% race distance, and as you can see, it is raining on circuit. However, the game seems to be thinking it is still dry tyres. It could very well be. I mean, you've got to get out very early if you want to go dries, but even then, you might be better off going for the intermediates right now. I can imagine if you go intermediates, it will be a risk, and it may very well also be whoever gets out first might be about to go on pole if you can get out quickest time across the line. But let's see who goes out first. It is, of course, this man, Angry Badger. But they're all going to have to try and get out as quickly as they can, and I'm going to be honest, they're taking a little bit of time. So whether or not the conditions will be worsening through the session remains to be seen. But it is Angry Badger who will take the lead of these drivers. And then you've got a Williams just behind him. That'll be Wovaner, who is your championship leader heading into tonight's event. But Angry Badger then, let's see what he will do as he's just trying to hold station in that Ferrari and take it to the top of the timings. But I think Wovaner most likely will be able to go quicker. And again, it just depends if the conditions will be getting worse through the session or remain the same. But Angry Badger on the soft tyres, starting his lap then. And will he be about to be overtaken by Wovaner come the Williams' attempt on his lap time as we enter through into turns 1 and 2. And a typical DRS zone. Is DRS enabled? It's not. So DRS is not even enabled. Well, there you go. That could be a crucial factor in this qualifying session, that we do not have DRS at all. We will just double check it through here. DD Friend really trying to avoid being squirmy on the exit there. But let's find out again if DD Friend, or well, Angry Badger rather, definitely does not have DRS. I know he didn't for the first straight. He is going to get it for the second straight, so maybe did he just not open it? I don't think he opened it for the first straight. I think Angry Badger has had a bit of a technical fault there. But Badger does go through into Sector 1. We've just got Wovaner about to go through, and he's there. But Angry Badger was quicker. Oh, and Badger's invalidated. He was 4/10 quicker than Wovaner through the middle sector. Yet Badger invalidates, meaning Wovaner is now the first driver, and he's invalidated as well. Back-to-back invalidations for Angry Badger and for Wovaner. And that allows for who is next. It will potentially be, you've got Vival starting a lap. You've got Boy Knockout only into the middle sector. You've got Mr. Potwash next. And so Potwash will be the first driver to set a lap time, a formal lap time as well. So what can the V-Carb do as he is slipping and sliding his way through the final sector out of turns 12, 13 and 14. And Mr. Potwash, for your first time this evening, will set a 1:26.698. But will that be bettered by anyone, as Gandalf is only just heading out now, but he has got an engine penalty, so he will start at the rear end of the field. Viking Fox 24.8. Latsanu quickest time. Frenchie went third fastest. You've got Team Turner on his Aston Martin debut. In fact, it is a double Aston Martin debut, and Team Turner slots into second position. He is half a second from Viking. Boy Knockout goes P3 at 25.662. And Ivy, P2, 25.0. He's just 2/10 behind Viking Fox. Amazing lap from him. As we go back towards Badger. Well, actually, we're going to have a look towards ARC Mickey instead. I know Cryptic just starting his lap for the Aston in P7, but ARC Mickey completing his lap here. And it's quickest. He goes to the top of the table. 23.4 for ARC Mickey. What about Angry Badger? Can he compete with those top 4 drivers right now? Badger goes 6th with a 25.816. And there seems to be the Williams having a problem, and that is Wovaner. Wovaner on the exit of turn 14 has had a problem rather, and he will have to just settle for another lap. So Cryptic showing up as purple through Sector 1. Willie Fernandez going through to turn 1. He will just slide his way through as well, and he will get that DRS unlocked. Rotti just starting a lap in front of him as well, and Spills in the Ferrari across the line. He's P8 with a 26.450. I don't think the conditions are necessarily getting any worse though, and that could be a good thing for the drivers. They are still looking at softs. I do have ARC Mickey, who has gone quickest on the intermediate tyres here. So, I'm going to be honest, I think it's Inters. I think they've got to go for intermediates here. There you go, ARC Mickey, quickest on the Inters. Potwash P9. So it's an improvement from Cryptic. He's up to P5, 25.0, but still, ARC Mickey 1.4 seconds clear of the chasing pack. So he looks good. But again, he's on those Inters. Viking Foxlow is now looking at Inters. I think everyone should be looking at Inters. And as I said earlier in the session, I think the wisest strategy would have been to go out on the Inters, and I would have done that personally. I think in these conditions, soft tyres, intermediates, yes, they were going to be a risk, but I think risk versus reward, I think the Inters would have been a better, safer way to go. As Cryptic, Willie Fernandez now into 6th, Rotti 7th, so the two Mercedes together. It's Aston Martin v Mercedes right now. Cryptic, William, Rotti, Turner all together. Epic Frenchie just starting his lap. He got Spills behind as well. Down a P12 now, but a number of drivers are looking at the intermediate tyres here. And Spills heads into the pits. So you've got Viking Fox just coming out of the pits now on the intermediate tyres. Ivy still up there in P4, reserving tonight for the Alpine team from Tier 3. And he is looking pretty damn strong, that's for sure, on the second row. But let's see Cryptic then. He may head into the pits now. Yes, indeed, he does. Willie Fernandez still out there with Rotti as well. I think both of those will be looking at potentially moving on to the Inters. Damn, what could have been a fun qualifying. Yeah, indeed. Indeed, it could have been, Gandalf. But there you go. Unfortunately, you don't take part. Obviously, due to the engine penalty. Epic Frenchie burning his battery as well. So, has he run out of fuel? Yes, he has. He is absolutely smashing it through the middle sector at 100 miles per hour. If you compare that to the V-carb coming round, that will be a boy knockout. He is coming through at, he's 130 miles per hour through the chicane, let alone down a straight. So there you go. There's the pace comparison for you. And Epic Frenchie still trying to do as much as he can, but he knows he's in a bit of trouble here. Trying to keep out the way of the two drivers, including his own teammate as well. That would be DD Friend just coming through, trying to get his first lap on the board. But he's not going to, because he is also validated here on this run. So again, a number of drivers struggling to get the laps across the line. But Viking Fox on the Inters now. Let's see what he can do. Again, 1.4 seconds back from Mickey. Same time set as Vival. Vival obviously behind as he set his time after Viking Fox. But Viking Fox now, can he go any quicker than ARC Mickey? Through the first sector, he's gaining by 1.5 tenths of a second. Needs to find more time through the middle sector. And is the track conditions already worsening to the point where drivers can't improve a lot from their soft tyre run. So Viking Fox then, can he make it through the middle sector unscathed as well? Which he will do heading into turns 9 and 10, but again 2 tenths up. It's not enough to clinch his way through onto ARC Mickey unless he made a mistake through the final sector. Viking Fox is not going to contest for pole, and that pole position may have already been wrapped up by ARC Mickey here so far. So we're just sticking on here with Viking Fox. And can Haas take it to the next level? Mr. Potwash, 24-1. What an effort from Potwash to go second fastest. But what about Viking Fox? Will he go on pole? He's not going to, but it's P2 for Viking. He does gain a lot of time through the final sector, just ahead of Mr. Potwash, who has set an excellent time to go P3 for now. Ivy gaining by 4 tenths of a second, and boy, knockout, 23.7. He's on to P2 now. Let's go back to Ivy. Can he be one to threaten ARC Mickey's pole position? Across the line, 24-0, it's P3 for Ivy, just ahead of Viking Fox. You've got DD Fred up into 8th place, improvements flying round here. Team Turner on a lap, Cryptic up the order, Woody is up the order, it's P3 for Woody. Superbly done from him, and the Haas onto the second row. Turner goes into 7th, Cryptic into 9th for ARC Mickey, goes even quicker, 23-0, he's 7/10 clear, he looks absolutely rapid in the rain. Spills also on a lap, but he's invalidated. Angry Badger coming out of turn 14. He is finding some time. Is it enough time for the Ferrari across the line? 25-2 up to P12. Mercedes in a bit of trouble with William and Rotti out of the top 12 so far. They need to make improvements on these intermediate runs. And the conditions, again, are not seeming to improve here. But these two Mercedes drivers have to step their game up here. Let's go again with Rotti not on a lap. Mickey. Mickey domination report. Yeah. We've had that before, Parkour. We've had it before. As the two Red Bulls seem to be working in tandem with ARC Mickey working with Viral. Woody still up there in P3 after that effort. Really good time from him. I think he'll be very satisfied with his efforts so far. Ivy onto the second row. You've got Viking alongside Potwash. Cryptic improves, goes 7th fastest, 24.267. The intermediates certainly do look king over the soft tyres round here. So we'll expect to see the likes of Turner and Badger and Frenchie as well all go for those tyres. Let's see if I can get the best tyre on. There you go. So those are the times set with the tyres on. The best time, and V-Row's best time was on soft, so was Turner. The only one in the bottom half, really, from 9th down, was DD Friend on the Inters. 3 laps old, though, 25-0, so you can potentially find a bit more time. Warrener up into 8th place now, 24.388. Again, though, you might feel he can go a bit quicker than that. Let's go down towards the Mercedes of Rotti. He is finding 3.5 tenths through the final sector, so he's surely got to be able to get through here to the line. Where can he go? Rotti, he's P10. He just about jumps into that top 10. And now he'll hope to stay there. 24.6 for him. So DD Friend not obviously improving. Willie Fernandez gaining by 6 tenths through sector 1 alone. He looks like he could be on for a rapid improvement here in the Mercedes. Epic Frenchie behind him, but he's burning battery for whatever reason. Spills is on a pretty decent lap as well, gaining by about 9 tenths through the middle sector. And what can Spills do here? After Spills, we will head back towards Fernandez. You've got Woody potentially on a lap as well. Woody actually on the lap there. Goes second fastest for Woody. 23.099. Spills up to P8. It is improvement, but not a major improvement to the point it contests for pole. What about Fernandez then in P15 at this stage in qualified? Warrener up to 4th, 23.7 for him. He's also got a V-carb coming through. And to start a lap will be Mr. Potwash. But what can William Fernandez do here? Across the line, it's P9 for William. And a 2 Mercedes, 9 and 12 at the moment. So a lot of time to find, you'd imagine. There you go. So Potwash there, Viking Fox. But Warrener getting himself up the order. But Woody in particular, a big threat towards ARC Mickey right now, with both of them on a 23.0. Mickey 33 thousandths of a second faster. So doing some immense business here for Woody, compared as well to what his average qualifying has been this season. He's been doing a very strong job right now. So ARC Mickey heads back into the pit. You've still got V-Row as well, out on an out lap on intermediates now. So let's go back to the keep it on that, but then we'll go back to the tyre situation. There you go. So those are the current tyres, and everybody is now on the Inters. It's taken them a bit of time to notice that the Inters were quicker, but now they finally realise. So all of them will be going for the Inters now, and can anybody pass Mickey and Woody for pole position, or will one of those two secure that pole? Good evening to Clouds. What does TIE mean? I got a world record today. I don't actually know what TIE means. Is that Bad Boy? Maybe. I mean, going by the name Ethan. I got a world record today. Oh, wow. Whereabouts was that? Nicely done, though. Right, let's see what V-Row can do. Drax says, wish was racing. Yeah. Viking Fox, there you go. That's a slam dunk time. It's a 22-8 for Viking. And he has now gone up to the top of the table. Boy, knockout. 2 minutes to go. Heads into the pits. That'll be his qualifying over. Mr. Potwash still out there, and Ivy as well. Ivy gaining again by 2.5 tenths of a second. He can get across the line if he's got enough fuel. He can also go for one final run when he backs off at the end of this lap. And there you go, Ivy goes into the top 4. He's onto the second row. What an effort from Ivy. You know, Haas doing what they're doing now reminds me of how Woody and Flynn were last season, actually. Because obviously they used to qualify really well. Flynn used to be battling for victories and podiums all the time. So it reminds me of that now. How Viking Fox and Woody are both in the top 3 here in qualifying. As our V-Row goes up to 4th. It's Haas Red Bull in your top 4 now. Because V-Row has entered the battle for potential pole position. And he can go for one more lap once he gets his battery back under control. There is enough time to settle his car down. But drivers will need to start starting their laps imminently if they do want to fight for this pole position. Ivy then not on a lap. Let's go back down. Fernandez and Potwash both starting laps. Got Badger, and you've also got Epic French. So again, a number of drivers are starting their laps here. I think Angry Badger looks to be the first of those drivers. So we're just going to stick with him. Unless Mr. Potwash might be. No, it's not. So it is definitely Badger. So let's go back down towards him then. And you've got 35 seconds of qualifying remaining. Who's going to clinch pole as Badger improves by 6 tenths through the middle sector? Could be on for 24s here. Where can he push his car? Again, he's probably only going to be around the likes of Cryptic and Spills with this time so far. So he's got to gain some good time. Put it on Woody or Mickey, whoever starts their lap first. Yeah, we'll do that in time. But obviously, you've got to get through all the drivers first, or try to. Angry Badger, though, will be the first of the drivers to get across the line. The checkered flags will be out, and there you go. Checkered flags are out. Final laps are in. Badger will go 10th fastest. Not enough for him to take a pole. Spills invalidate. Epic Frenchie behind. What can Frenchie do then? Can he reach up to that top 10? Can he go even quicker? Frenchie, it's P9 for Epic Frenchie. Williams in the gravel. So he is done here in qualifying. V-Row on a lap. Woody also on a lap. ARC Mickey on a lap. Those 3 were pretty much together. Ivy gaining by a 10th of a second as well. So these guys are your key contenders, it seems, for pole. Cryptic to P6 for Cryptic. Great time from him. Potwash, Badger, Spills, all done. Team Turner not going to gain anything. Rotty on his final run, but he's done on the medium tyres, interestingly. But now we get to the nitty-gritty. We've got the 4 drivers. Ivy will be the first of them. The Alpine to the line. Can he get a pole? Ivy, it's P5 for Ivy. No improvement. V-Row is done. Woody is he gaining? That's the question. He's got a 23.0. He needs at least 2 tenths of a second to contest with Viking. Woody, provisional pole. He's done it. He's done it. Woody's on pole position here in Tier 2 in Australia. Unbelievable, he has done it. It's a Haas 1 and 2, and Woody is on pole position. Wow, he has done it. He's been waiting so long for that, and he's got it now. He is pushed to the limit. He's bettered his teammate. He's bettered Mickey and V-Row in the Red Bull, and it's Woody who has secured pole. Massive for him. Can he bring that forward to the race now? He has nobody to look ahead. He has got all of the drivers behind him. And Woody has done it. And there you go, your full classification then for your qualifying session. You got Woody on pole with 22.672. And Viking Fox starts alongside as the Haas wrap up a 1 and 2. It's a Red Bull second row lineup between ARC Mickey alongside V-Row. Ivy on the third row, great effort from the Alpine driver Tier 3, of course, alongside Cryptic on his Aston Martin debut, 4 knockout Warner, William and French in the top 10, got Potwash, Badger, Spills, Turner, Rossi, Diddy Friend, and Gandalf with his engine penalty, starting down in P17. And that is your grid heading to this 50% race here at Australia. Looking forward to it is dry conditions as well. So with the dry conditions in mind, we will be back in a few minutes' time to kickstart this Australian Grand Prix. Right, and we are back. We will get going for this Australian Grand Prix here in UFRL, and a 10-second countdown has begun. This is UFRL and this is Tier 2. We are at the Australian Grand Prix. It's 5 red lights. And it's go, go, go! Woody and Viking, 1 and 2 for Haas at the front, and Woody gets a clean getaway. Viking under attack from V-Row and from Mickey, but it's clean from the front 5 here. Cryptic up ahead of Ivy, and he's going through, and he's going through on Mickey. Ivy is still in 6th, but it's Mickey under attack now from Cryptic. Cryptic on the inside, now on the outside line, still side by side between Cryptic and Mickey. Off goes Cryptic, and through goes ARC Mickey into the top 4 again. Cryptic, Ivy, Frenchie, they've got a knockout of Wobbeler, all trying to squabble for places. Gandalf's getting a couple of places on DD Fred and Anchor up into P15. Early doors, but that top 3 have broken away. Woody, Viking and V-Row have 1.2 seconds on ARC Mickey at the start of this Grand Prix. So we go up towards those guys. Actually, no, we're going to go towards Ivy. Within a 10th of a second already on Cryptic. Back now towards V-Row. V-Row, here he comes. Exploding into action side by side with Viking. And they go side by side through turn 11 and continuing the effort. And it is Viking Fox has preserved P2 on V-Row just about. I think also it looks like they're all on those medium tyres as well here. And yes, they are all on the medium tyres. Let's go for the full tyre situation then. It's mediums for most. Team Turner and Angry Badger have gone for hards, but all of the other drivers, 15 in total, are on the medium compound of tyre here. Position changes also happening further back. Boy knockout with Frenchie, and now Wobbener. In comes Wobbener. He's got the place on Frenchie. Frenchie has lost a couple of spots. He's trying to go round the outside on Wobbener. Can't quite make it happen. He drops to P9, but he's gained the place altogether in this Grand Prix. Badger and net loser of 5 spots. William down 3 behind Frenchie, Potwash and Spills, who's gained a couple of spots at the start. A few changes further up with V-Row ahead of Mickey and Cryptic. Overtaking Ivy into that top 5. Let's go back up the order towards V-Row, who's really trying to apply the pressure on the Haas. He's going to go round the outside, but the Haas box him in. But V-Row side by side on the inside line with Viking Fox. They keep it clean, and here comes Mickey. Mickey charging through round the outside of his teammate. He has got the place now, and ARC Mickey up into 3rd. Ivy side by side with Cryptic, and he goes off. Ivy's off track, and he falls behind Cryptic, and he drops in behind Knockout, but they are still running side by side. Oh, it's incredibly close. Ivy just ahead of Boy Knockout into 6th place. Very close action between the pairing there. So we go back up the field towards the front runners. Woody, Viking, Mickey and V-Row, and there's a change of lead, a change of position. Viking Fox ahead of Woody. Has that caught Woody a little bit off guard? Because Mickey and V-Row, they're all going for it here. It's a 4-way squabble for the lead. It's Haas v Red Bull. And it is V-Row ahead of ARC Mickey now. Knockout ahead of Wobbener further back from P7. And you've got Spills and Frenchie. And Spills making his way up. William battling here with Turner. Turner around the outside. He's up into 12th position. And Gandalf now up into 14th. He's gained 3 places from the start, having served his engine penalty. Back up towards the front we go. Viking, Woody, V-Row and Mickey on lap 3 of 29. And here comes Woody. He should get the lead, as he? No, he doesn't round the outside. V-Row will be trying to attack his rivals here. These 4 working together. Ivy also passing Cryptic. Under press now. Boy Knockout goes through. And there's also going to be a move here from Wobbener. And Cryptic has lost all of these places. And we're only on at lap 3, but he's lost about 3 places there, unfortunately. Losing out to Ivy, Knockout and Wobbener down the order. What about V-Row? Again, getting closer, but no cigar yet on the Haas. But again, he's going to go all guns blazing through to turn 1. Can V-Row get a position here? Not quite. Mickey also settles in behind. These 4 drivers looking the quickest, but if they do fight a lot, all of a sudden, you're going to get the pack of Ivy and behind all rejoining that front 4. So we stick on with that front four again, dropping back to knockout. See if anything's going to happen here with Wobbener as well. Nothing quite occurring. We go back up the field towards Vival. Rotti overtaking Badger. That's a move for P16 and 17. We'll stick on here with Vival. Trying to get through on Woody if he can again. Woody, the pole sitter. He's under a lot of pressure now from Vival. Mickey not too far away either. And here comes Vival. He's going to go for the move on the inside line. He does get the move on the inside line. And up into second position he goes. Woody then will be under a little bit of pressure now from Mickey as well. And there you go. Vival is up the order. What's that? Ivy's out. We've lost Ivy, and that surely will be one. And that is a safety car. Ivy's out, and you can see his car has crashed out there. Incredible. Ivy out of the race. Commiserations to the Alpine driver. And that will be the end of his opportunity this evening. And we will now have the full course safety car. So now that will allow for drivers to go into the pits and go for a change of tyres. Obviously, if you're on medium tyres, you may very well be considering this. Woody and Mickey unsurprisingly stay out, given that Viking has pitted alongside Vival. Most drivers will pit here. No surprises, of course, for those starting on the hards, trying to stay out. Team Turner doing that. So you've got all of the top 9 staying out, but then you've got Viking, Vival, Potwash, William, DD Friend, Badger, who has gone off the hards onto mediums, and Rotti repairing his wing onto the hards now. So all the way down from P10 to P16 are on fresh tyres. Whereas that top 9 have all stayed out, with the majority, of course, on the mediums. So those are your strategy choices so far. Stops are on for you, so none of those drivers technically in the bottom 7 have to pit again. Obviously they most likely will. Let's see then what can happen. Again, Woody, the pole sitter, still leading. Oh, for a second he went into the wall, but that's okay. Mickey, Boy Knockout, Warrener, got Cryptic, you've got Spills in 6th, Team Turner as well. Looking like a solid debut so far for Team Turner alongside Cryptic. 2 Aston Martins working well. Frenchie in the top 10 now. You've got Gandalf in 9th with Viking. Fox also in the top 10. They're all getting very quick clear through into the chicane. Just need to be a little bit careful. Knowing, of course, that all the cars ahead are going to be strictly behind the safety car. And obviously can't go quicker than that. There you go. So they're all joining up to the pack now, including Rotti. Rotti will see all of them ahead and hopefully won't go in too quickly. Being at the rear end of the field, he should slow it down completely, and there you go. So all of the 16 drivers are together. We will get one more lap under the safety car. Woody still preserves the race lead. Yes, it is Viva on the comms, Henry. I think I've got a trial tomorrow. Oh, okay, that'll be good. See what you can do in that trial. It's just about getting the guys all together, though. But yes, Woody, let's see. Oh, what's happened here? Bit of a change of position I see between DD Fred and Angry Badger. It seemed to be too much in it. Let's go back towards Woody. In your race lead, let's get the telemetry up as well, because make sure it's a clean restart, obviously. Support from Woody as well from Doug. Go on, Woody, he says. So, there you go. That's a Mercedes driver as well, interestingly. Your drivers aren't doing as great. William in P13, Rotti in P16, but both of them have at least pitted now. So, again, we'll see if they can make any opportunities on their fresh tyres. But again, that top 9 are all going to be on about 4-lap-old tyres, 5-lap-old tyres now. Who invited Woody to P1? Well, he qualified pole as well, so... You know, technically, you could argue qualifying invited Woody to P1. Safety car is in this lap. Oh, getting a bit close there. The Ferrari into the who is it? So the Ferrari was close to the Aston Martin, I think. There, that's about it. Everyone else seems to have got through relatively cleanly. It does look fairly overcast from what I'm seeing, though. So there's a change here. William and DD seems okay. Let's go back on the leaders then. Woody. When will he strike? When will he march on? What happened to this tier? Oh gosh. Got Woody, Will. He was P2. Was he P2 or P3 when the safety car came out? He was up there anyway. Got Woody, waiting until he goes. Oh! Oh, okay, he's back on there. And Woody, he will now go in a moment. He's not gone yet. He's not gone yet. He's gone now. There you go. We're back underway. And all the cars behind seem to have been really staggered as well. So there could be a couple of troubles for the cars behind. ARC Mickey in second. Boy knockout from Warrener and Cryptic. They're all getting through cleanly. Turner. There's a move being made here from Potwash. Potwash having a look on V-Row, but nothing doing as there's a Mercedes there. And there down the inside was Mr. Potwash again looking at the move on V-Row. Lottie receives a 3-second time penalty, the first of this Grand Prix. We head back up the order with Woody from ARC Mickey and Boy Knockout up there in the top 3 now, finally up onto the podium. And you got Warrener and you got Cryptic in 5th position as well. So who will come away with this victory? Why'd 16 other drivers let Woody out qualify them? I don't know. Why don't you ask them? Why don't you ask them all individually? Interrogate them. There you go, after the race. ARC Mickey then still just slotting in behind. Let's drop back a little bit to have a look here. Gandalf. Oh, and that's a move from Viking, it looks like, on Gandalf, not quite making the move happen. And V-Row has got himself into a position where he could, I was going to say make a move, but he was going to try and make a little bit of contact onto the rear. Nothing too severe there. Mr. Potwash also just sitting back, watching the action unfold. Back up to the top 2 here with Woody and Mickey. DRS enabled on this lap then. Will ARC Mickey go for the overtake? Doesn't look like it. And again, all of those drivers who stopped already, not gaining paces. Turner looking for the move on Spills. They are still running side by side here. And it looks like Spills just edging ahead of Team Turner. Viking Foxo has now got through on Gandalf and up into 9th place. V-Row also closing in. He just run a little bit wide of the apex, but he's edging even closer now towards the Alpine. And Gandalf may be about to drop out of the top 10. So you have a few change of positions here. Turner taking Spills. Mickey also overtaking Woody. And here comes V-Row on Gandalf. Running outside. Side by side through turns 9 and into 10. And it looks like the Alpine may have gone slightly off and allows for Potwash. Here comes Potwash. He's got the place. Potwash up into P11 now. So Gandalf has to drop down a position. William and DD Friend further down. Viking Fox with Epic Frenchie side by side. And it looks like has V-Row got it. V-Row, sorry, not Viking, but V-Row round the outside on Frenchie. Frenchie just trying to avoid contact. And it is V-Row up into P9. He's got the position done. Right at the tail end as well. Lottie on the rear of Badger. He's now side by side with Badger, but Badger just pulling away and fighting it back up the order. Potwash still there. He's trying to squabble here with Frenchie. Frenchie goes slightly off. Here comes Potwash. Here comes Gandalf. A little bit of contact as well. The fighting continues. All 5 drivers here. Incredible. You got Potwash, Frenchie, Gandalf, Fernandez, DD, Badger. You got Lottie in there as well. All of those drivers are absolutely punching their weight here. And you got Mickey still leading this Grand Prix now ahead of Woody. But will Woody re-overtake him with this double DRS zone heading into turns 9 and 10 and then heading back into turn 11 as well? And it is Woody retaking the lead here. Mickey from Knockout. So you've got battles continuing again with Turner ahead of Cryptic now. And oh, down the inside goes Viking. Sure, that's a corner cut, no? Is that not a corner cut, or is it he may have just been on the limit there? That would have been incredibly close from Viking. And side by side here with Cryptic and with V-Row. Looks like V-Row's got the place, and he does. V-Row up into P7. Lottie and Badger still fighting at the rear end as well. But Cryptic just losing out a little bit. And Spills in 9th. Mr. Potwash in P10 as well. So all of these drivers just hanging on to their place in the top 10. But Viking the V-Row steadily making their way through the field and up into the top 7 now. As Fernandez is through on Mr. Potwash, and up into the top 10 goes William. Is that for the first time this evening? And may very well be since qualifying at the very least. So go on here with Turner. Just trying to avoid anything with Viking Fox and with V-Row obviously Those two having pitted already, they will be coming through the field, and they have all already made a few overtakes since then. As you can see, the likes of Frenchy and Gandalf are losing out a couple of places since the restart. Cryptic and Spills also just losing a couple of spots here as Knockout goes for the overtake on Woody and succeeds on lap 10, and Viking Fox also attempts the overtake on Turner and also is successful at that as well. Turner a little bit out of sorts. Vival now will get the move done on the inside line. Also side by side ahead, you've got Viking Fox with Warrener. And Warrener, was that little bit of contact maybe between the Aston Martin and the Red Bull and the Williams there, but it looks like Warrener and Turner just stays ahead. Turner really battling hard here with Vival. And can Vival find his way through into the top 6? He's losing a touch a little bit on Viking Fox ahead. He needs to make some moves happen, but Turner now attempting this overtake on Warrener. He's up into the top 5. Aston Martin making some moves here. Here we go. Warrener, Vival, Cryptic, Spills, William, Potwash. Further back almost. It's a 3-wide battle. The Mercedes, the Ferrari and the McLaren all involved here. Incredible stuff. And Angry Badger winning this battle just about. Incredible. Let's go back up to the front then with Boy Knockout, Woody and ARC Mickey, and look at the gap they have claimed as well. They have gained an incredible gap of almost 4 seconds on Viking, and here you go, Woody through on Knockout and back into your race lead. You've also got Spills on Cryptic, you've got Vival on Turner, and Vival up into the top 5, DD Friend overtaking Gandalf up into P12 now. And let's go back up towards your race leaders here, Woody, Knockout, and there's a gap of 7/10 from Woody back to Boy Knockout, so Woody looks particularly quick around Australia here. How'd Boy Knockout get there? He's just had a good race, and obviously a few drivers pitting, the likes of Vival and Viking Fox in particular, has given Boy Knockout a chance to be up there. So yeah, that's the reason why. As you can see, that group, as into the pits goes Warrener. Interesting strategy call here from Warrener. He's into the pits. He's not changing his wing. He's going onto the hard tyres, and he's going to go to the end of the Grand Prix. And this is the thing now. If he didn't pit under that first safety car, as Viking and Vival go side by side, Vival has caught up to Viking Fox. After being a couple of places in behind him, he's now caught him. He's overtaken him. But the issue is, Viking Fox will get a double DRS here. Vival really pushing his way through into turn 6 and 7 as well. Just going to go up the field here because ARC Mickey has had enough, has he? He's having a look on Boy Knockout, but he doesn't quite attempt the overtake. Will he go for it out of turns 9 and 10? Again, just a little bit too far back. We're going to go back down the order towards Fernandez with Cryptic involved in the action as well. And William up into 8th place, and Cryptic just dropping another spot. Still in the top 10 with Mr. Potwash there as well. We're back on towards Fernandez. But yes, so far been a pretty strong race. Good evening to McFlurry. As into the pits goes Boy Knockout. There you go. Some of these drivers who have not pitted yet are now going to have to pit. And Boy Knockout is one of them. He will have to go hard tyres to the end here. There you go. Hard tyres are on for Boy Knockout. Spills also pitting. He will go for the hard compound tyre as well and take the Ferrari to the end. Let's see how much time they are just going to lose now on these fresh tyres. But they will pick it up, obviously, but will they catch up to the likes of Vival and Viking? You could certainly argue are net P1 and P2 because they are net P1 and P2. That's why you could argue it. Very easy. Woody and Mickey obviously still need to pit. Team Turner, Cryptic, the 2 Aston Martins, and Gandalf as well, all still need to make a pit stop here. We head back down towards Mr. Potwash on Cryptic, and up the order he goes, does he? Yes, he does. He's up into P7 on the Aston, and through he goes. Next up will be Fernandez in the top 6, and there you go. These one-stoppers certainly gaining the time now on those who have yet to pit. It's DD Friend round the outside on Cryptic, and up into 8th position goes the Papaya. Look how close Cryptic is to the rear of him. He may even go for the overtake. He's going to go down the inside, but he narrowly avoids any contact. He also attempts to go for the pit stop. Oh, I thought for a moment he might have even gone into the wall. Woody! Woody's in. Your race leader, your pole sitter. Your pole sitter is in. He's gone for the hard tyres, and now he will be going all the way to the very end of this Grand Prix. Gandalf also in, Cryptic joining, so a host of drivers continuing their pit stops, leaving only ARC Mickey and Team Turner to pit in this race so far. Obviously, they will be going for the hard tyres, so they will be a lot fresher as well once they do get onto the pit stops. Tyre situations there as well, so you can see Woody is the leader of those who have pitted just a minute ago. He's 5.5 seconds back from Rotti ahead. And the gap to the leader, you may ask, or you may not ask, 17.7 seconds between Woody and ARC Mickey, who obviously still needs to pit as well. Safety car, please, says Parkour. Rotti, with another penalty, that'll be another 3 seconds. That'll be 6 in total for Rotti in this Grand Prix. So we head back up the order towards Potwash, and into the pits goes Mickey. There you go, ARC Mickey deciding he is pitting. The former Tier 2, the former Tier 1 champion as well, ARC Mickey. Now going on for the hard tyres until the end of this Grand Prix. Can he make these hard tyres work here? Badger will also need to pit. He's on 10-lap-old mediums, so we will have to go for another set of mediums, you'd imagine. For the race lead, we've got Viking Fox, and also we've got Mr. Potwash having a look on the inside of Fernandez. Not quite making the move happen, but he is in 5th place. Now what's the gap to the leader? And there you go. Woody within 15 seconds of Vivau on 9-lap fresher tyres. Has Woody still got a chance at a race win at Melbourne? And that will be your question. Let's go back up to the leaders here. Viking Fox round the outside on Vivau, and he will take over the lead. So yellow flags for Epic Frenchie, who's gone into the wall again. And there you go. You will probably have some wing damage, you'd expect. But Viking Fox back into P1, and these two will try and preserve their positions because they are now the two dominant forces. Woody arguably in the best position to win, says Parkour. Potentially so. But he still needs to find his way through the field and hope that some of these drivers at the front make mistakes. Especially once they get a bit of tyre wear on, which I know they'll start to feel now, but once we get down to the last 5 or 6 laps, they will be fielding these hard tyres then. Unless they pit, of course. If they pit, then obviously they're going to lose all that time. So it just depends what the strategy is for these drivers. So we've got Vivau still in behind Viking Fox in that top 2. Any battles going on further back? We've got Woody with Boy Knockout and ARC Mickey. Those two have now caught up to Woody. And don't forget, Mickey is on the freshest tyres off that trio. As our into the pits goes Epic Frenchie, and most likely with wing damage. And he actually retires, which will probably be frustrating for the McLaren team. And there you go, Vivau going round the outside on Viking Fox. Are they going to go side by side? Surely not. They are. Vikings trying to make it difficult here for Vivau, but Vivau does bypass the Haas. Can Viking Fox get back through? No, he cannot. And that means Vivau leads at the end of lap 16. Further back, Team Turner on the podium. Still needs to pit though, doesn't he? Yes, he does. So you've got Fernandez, you've got Potwash, you've got DD Friend, you've got Badger as well. So when will Team Turner pit? He's on the hard tyres. He will obviously have to go for the mediums to the end. And what position would he be? Will be the next question there. As it looks like DD French just had a struggle or two. And there you go, Angry Badger is also pitting. He is pitting. He will get rid of the mediums, and he may go for another set of the medium tyres as well. So here you go, Woody ahead of Rotti now. Rotti may be the one to hold up the likes of Knockout and Mickey here. And these drivers will know they have to get the moves done. Mickey now is the one in a little bit of trouble as Rotti is having a little look on the inside of Boy Knockout. ARC Mickey cannot afford to be held up here. He has to get the overtake on Rotti this lap. There is no doubt about it. But he's still in a very strong position here. We are just going to go up the field, have a look towards Vivau and Viking. You've got William overtaking Team Turner as well. And up into the podium places goes Fernandez. Again, he does not have to pit again. ARC Mickey ahead of Rotti. And you've also got Woody battling here with Knockout. It looks like Woody's edged his car just ahead. Oh, never mind that. Woody giving the place back, it seems. Either that, or he just didn't quite have enough on the battery. Boy Knockout's back ahead and back into 7th position. But can these drivers, they need to sort of work together, this trio, to try and do something to catch up to Vival. Gap to the leader now, 12.7 seconds to Boy Knockout. Into the pits goes Team Turner, and he will go for a medium compound of tyre. So we head back to the action here with Boy Knockout, with Woody, and with ARC Mickey. This trio, have they got enough to compete with Vival and Viking Fox for the victory? Or are they just going to fall short? Obviously, they will be catching up to the likes of DD Friend, which they have already done. They'll be catching up to Potwash in a moment as well. And then they'll be catching up to Fernandez. But after that, can they catch Vival and Viking Fox? Speaking of which, Viking Fox there did not overtake Vival. Boy Knockout, he's getting overtaken by DD Friend. And DD Friend has got through on him. There you go. DD Friend up to 5th. Then you got Knockout. Then you got Woody. Then you got Mickey. That's how close this 4 drivers are. DD, Knockout, Woody, Mickey. Will Woody go for a position? What about Boy Knockout? It's not even close enough yet. He's got much fresher tyres. Here he comes. Down the inside he goes on DD Friend. Has he finally got the position? It looks like he has a twitch on the exit. DD Friend side by side now with Woody. And Woody under a bit of pressure from ARC Mickey. Can Woody get the position here at the end of a lap 18 into 19? The answer to that question, a very easy yes. Woody up into 6th then. DD Friend under attack here from ARC Mickey, but Mickey just not close enough to go for the overtake. And he will just drop in P8. As DD Friend receives a 3-second penalty, and this gives ARC Mickey a chance he needs. He's having a look on the outside. He has the inside line, and Mickey is through and up into 7th. But at what cost? He may not get DRS. He will not get DRS. ARC Mickey is in a bit of trouble. I mean, luckily for him, DD Friend is quite far back. But Mickey has not got DRS here. Let's go back towards the front with Vival and Viking Fox. Gandalf now with a 3-second penalty. He has struggled with that engine penalty this evening. He's on hard tyres, but it's not looking good for him, and he may just be about to be overtaken by Team Turner. We had a little look on him, not quite able to. Cryptic as well, and Cryptic falls behind Team Turner. Understanding Team Turner's on the fresher tyres as well. Let's have a look towards Woody. We're in a 10th of Mr. Potwash here. Oh, bit of contact. A bit of contact. Looked like it may have impacted Woody more than Mr. Potwash actually. But now Woody should be able to get the position done, should he? No. To answer the question, no he doesn't. We should see it now, surely. Woody has got to go for the overtake. And once he gets the move done here, which he's fighting hard with Potwash, they are going side by side. Obviously Potwash trying to do what he can to help Boy Knockout out. But Woody has now got ahead of Woody. And Woody, 1 second adrift off Boy Knockout here. He needs to try and get himself back in DRS range. Viking Fox ahead of Vival. And back up into P1. These drivers, what's the gap to Boy Knockout now? And the gap is at 12.3 seconds. As things stand, they have enough to hold on to the win. But once the tyre wear really truly kicks in, they may be in a bit of trouble here. So ARC Mickey also overtaking Mr. Potwash. That's Mickey up into the top 6 now. Further back, you've got the 2 Aston Martins there, Team Turner. Still behind Gandalf, 1.3 seconds. Can he find his way through? And maybe both of them could slot into the top 10 come the end of this race. ARC Mickey ahead of Woody and up into P5. Did Woody make a mistake there? He must have done. Warner also ahead of DD Friend. DD Friend into the pits he goes. So an interesting call here from DD Friend. He will go for soft tyres. Wow. That's a rogue strategy call there from DD Friend. Soft tyres to the end as we go back towards Viking Fox with Vival. And there you go, round the outside, and he does get the move done. Viking Fox not making it too complex for him. And that is Vival back into P1. I think these two happy to work together, it seems, to try and preserve their top 2 status. The likes of Boy Knockout, Mickey and Woody trying their best to catch up as well. And your championship leader, Wovana rather, down in P8, not having the best of Grand Prix. Angry Badger is through on Cryptic and up into 12th position on the sort of fresh and medium tyres. And Team Turner, here he is closing in on Gandalf up ahead. So has he got an opportunity to rise into that top 10? If he could do that, well, Rotti's on older tyres, Potwash on older tyres, fresher tyres and Wovana as well, your championship leader. So he's still got a chance here at a few more positions, Team Turner. But he'd like to get the move done on a Gandalf as Angry Badger made a mistake out of turn 13 into 14, which will give Cryptic an opportunity on him. And here you go, Team Turner down the inside on Gandalf and up into the top 10 goes the Aston Martin. And further adrift, you've got Cryptic here, you've got Spills in the battle, and about 17 seconds back is CD Friend, who is pitting again. Okay, interesting strategy. DD Friend pitting, and he's going to go for... okay, he's retiring. So both McLarens have retired. That must be so frustrating for the McLaren team. Right, Woody ahead of ARC Mickey then, and Woody rising into 5th place. Still 1.6 back from Boy Knockout, and Boy Knockout is on the rear of William. And that's 4 places onto the podium as well. So we've got Gandalf just edging his car ahead of Turner. Turner has to drop him behind. Badger still ahead of Cryptic and Spills. But we're going to head back up the order towards Boy and Knockout. Here we go, down the inside on Fernandez. And onto the podium goes Boy Knockout. He does have a penalty, but he has 8 lap fresher tyres compared to Vival and Viking Fox. And into the pits goes Rotti. So Rotti is in. There you go. And now back towards Mickey with Woody as well in the action for 4th and 5th. And 5th and 6th rather, because they are closing in on William now. And William has got DRS on Boy Knockout. So this could be where Mickey and Woody rejoin a DRS train. I lied. They have not quite joined it. They were close, but they haven't done enough. As Viking Fox does make his way through, this time on Vival, and back up into P1. These two are just swapping their way through, and it looks like, yeah, they aren't catching enough in clean air. Yeah, it looks like it so far, that's for sure. That top 2 looking strong here. Boy Knockout ahead of Fernandez, Mickey, then it's Woody. Sadly for the trio of Knockout, Mickey and Woody, I don't think they've got enough this evening as Team Turner receives a 3-second time penalty. It might take for these two to have a serious battle with each other. If they do that, then who knows? I mean, the gap is 8 seconds, to be fair to Boy Knockout. It has been closing. Knockout does have a 3-second penalty, so obviously it will impact him anyway. But can Boy Knockout catch up to this duo? Further drift, you've got Team Turner ahead of Gandalf, but then you've got Badger. Badger's having a look. Always a bit of contact. Badger slams into Gandalf, it seems. He's lost his front right end plate there. So a bit of damage for Angry Badger. So Vival back through on Viking Fox and up into P1. Let's go down the order. Have a look towards Wovana. Closing the gap towards Mr. Potwash. Spills with a time penalty. That'll be it for him then. So Spills in P13. Sadly, your position changes there for you as well. Maybe the best thing is the penalty situation now. And there you go. Wovana with Mr. Potwash here. Let's go back up towards William, who is still just hanging on to that DRS on Boy Knockout, which he's done a very impressive job to do so as well. So ARC Mickey within 0.2 of a second here. And now within a tenth. And here we go. He's going to go round the outside. ARC Mickey on Fernandez. And that is ARC Mickey up into 4th position. So you've got Mickey from William from this man Woody. And Gandalf also finding his way through on Team Turner. These two really fighting it out with Cryptic there in the picture, and Badger not too far back as well. And up into the race lead, you got Viral still ahead of Viking Fox. The gap down to 6.4 seconds. So Knockout does continue to close the gap. Any damage on Gandalf? I do not believe so. I do not believe so. From my understanding, the only one that I've seen have damage in the last couple of laps was Angry Badger, having actually gone into the rear of Gandalf. We head back towards Viking Fox then. What can Viking do to get the win, or Viral as well? They'll both be gunning for it. A gap less than 6 seconds to Boy Knockout and Mickey and Woody trying to get back into DRS here as Woody overtakes William for a top 5 spot. And what about Team Turner? He is on the rear of Cryptic here. So you've got Cryptic, then Turner, and then Angry Badger. Badger about half a second behind. Again, he's got a bit of damage on that front right end plate. Have a little look towards Gandalf, but yeah, again, it doesn't look like he's got any obvious sign of damage there. So you're saying there, what's that? Woody! Woody's made a mistake. Woody, from pole position, from a promising position that he was in tonight as well, he could still hang on to 6th, but he may have to just settle for 6th place now. It looks like that is a scenario for him. We're going to go further up the field because these two, Viking and Viral, are going side by side, and it is Viral who has just edged his car back into the lead of the Grand Prix. Back down. Oh, what's this? Oh, Team Turner with Angry Badger seem to have had a bit of something between these two drivers, and that might have to be an incident between them. So there you go, Team Turner, Badger. Oh, Badger's off. Badger's off. Badger's into the pits. He's lost another end plate from what I can see there. He did already have damage, Angry Badger. He's going back into the pits now. And hopefully he's only repairing his wing. He shouldn't really be retiring, not with about 2 laps to go. Yeah, he is just repairing that wing then. He did already have damage, maybe a bit surprised that he was fighting the place, but I don't know. I didn't see enough of it to really say much. I can't really say or comment at all on that because I didn't see it. I only saw the aftermath, and the aftermath was those two were tangled together. That's all I can really say on that one. As again, Viking Fox back through on Viral. This is going to be for the race win. I don't think Mickey's got enough to catch them up, sadly. 5 seconds behind. He's done an incredible battle with Boy Knockout and obviously Woody, who's now in P6. 3 seconds behind William. William could be on for a top 5 here as well. But Ada's having a great drive in that Mercedes. Let's stick here with Viral within 0.2 on Viking Fox. So will it be Haas or will it be the Red Bull team securing victory? We are on the penultimate lap of this Australian Grand Prix. And what a belting race it has been as well. Who will come away and secure your victory? It's going to be one of these two, surely, unless they tangle together as well. If they tangle together, it can open a door for ARC Mickey to come through and win. So they'll be hoping to do anything they can to not do that. But again, Viral, he's got his teammate behind, so maybe he might give it a go. He might try something, but Viral just make a way through on Viking. And Viking Fox, you could argue, is he in prime position here? He's 2nd place, and we are about to start the final lap of this Australian Grand Prix. He's having a look on the inside. Viking Fox having a look, making it difficult for Viral. But VRAL stayed ahead. ARC Mickey and Boy Knockout going side by side. Looks like Mickey on the inside, Knockout on the outside. Don't forget, Knockout has a penalty as well. And it's just about preserving their place. And Cryptic also finding his way through on Potwash. But we are down to the final lap, and we're just going to quickly go towards Team Turner, making his way past on Mr. Potwash. And there you go, he's got the position done. But now for the final lap, let's focus on this. VRAL versus Viking Fox for victory. And VRAL will be leading into the middle sector, it seems. Critical battling for these drivers. Who will secure a victory? It will be VRAL's first win from what I know. As for Viking Fox, well, I think he's won a race in Tier 2 before. But he's certainly going to be going for it tonight. And here we go. We enter onto turn 8 and heading into the chicane through to turns 9 and 10. This is crucial. Who will be leading? Viking with DRS, side by side, still there. Bit of contact, but Viking Fox takes the race lead on the final lap of the Grand Prix. Does VRAL have anything in hand? It does not look that way. Viking Fox leads here at Australia, at Albert Park. Surely the American team of the Haas are going to come away in the final sector on the final lap to wrap up the victory on the final straight out of turn 14 here at Albert Park, Australia. Viking Fox takes victory with VRAL in second, and it will be a podium for ARC Mickey. Boy Knockout slots into fourth. William, is he going to hang on to fifth? Yes, he does. Woody was close, but not close enough. Sixth for Woody. Warner will settle for P7. The championship leader heading into tonight. Gandalf, will he hang on to eighth? It looks like he might do. Will he? Yes, he does. Cryptic ahead of Team Turner. Then it's Mr. Potwash. Spills in P12. Rotty will end up in 13th, Woody, but Angry Badger seems to be catching him pretty quickly here for the final place. For 13th and 14th. And I think Badger, has he got 13th place ahead of Rotty here? It's close between these two. I think he's got it though. And Angry Badger will finish ahead of Rotty. But your race winner, Viking Fox. There you go. Brilliant stuff from him. And a well-deserved victory. Tough racing between Viking and VRAL. And it is a Viking Fox who does hold on for the victory. Mr. P on podium. What's the league race for that one? Okay, Mr. P podium. Is that P3? I'm guessing. Panther 6th. Hazer 12th. Alright. Good result. Podium for Mr. P. What track was it as well? As you can see, we've got the podium celebrations. We would have had a P2, P3 and P4. Ah, okay. Anyways, your full classification, and Viking Fox does take the win. And it's half a second ahead of VRAL. Mickey with the fast lap point as well for a third place finish. And Boy Knockout in P4 for the V-Carbs. The Mercedes of Woody Fernandez, he's 5th place with Woody in 6th, and Warner in the Williams in P7 from Gandalf 8th. Cryptic and Team Turner secure a double. Aston Martin top 10 with Mr. Potwash 11th. Spills in 12th, and you got Angry Badger, Rotty, DD Friend, your final. Oh no, he's not. Sorry, Rotty was your final finisher in P14. DD Friend, Epic Frenchie, and Ivy have all retired from the Grand Prix. There you go. Viking Fox then does hold on to the win. So let's see. Okay, TIS 3's Total International Esports. Okay. Okay, so that's what TIE means. Total International Esports. Is everybody totally international there? That's the big question. You've got to have everybody from around the world or else. Obviously, I'm joking. But yeah, good results. Mr. P taking third. Was that third or second? I mean, it's a podium. That's all I know. Black Panther 6th and Hazer 12th. Solid results. Right. There you go. That was your tier 2 race this evening. So strong stuff. I am controlling my words. I see. Third place. Let's go. Should we go and have a look, see if anybody wants to have an interview? I mean, if nobody wants an interview, it's absolutely fine. We can save our voice, technically. But if people do want an interview, we are happy to do that as well. But again, we'll only give them a moment or two just to see if anybody does want one. If they don't, it's up to them, obviously, at the end of the day. But strong results for the drivers. Trying to think, what races do we have coming up this week as well? Be good if I can look in the right server. Right, race calendar. So your next race will be tomorrow night, and that'll be tier 3, and that'll be at Baku for the Azerbaijani Grand Prix. 100% tier Friday night, 8 o'clock p.m. Sorry, 8 o'clock p.m. for the mystery track for Friday night. International tier Saturday, 9 o'clock p.m. Round 7 will be a reverse grid at Mexico. Tier 1 next Monday, 8 o'clock p.m. Round 8 will be a reverse grid at Belgium. And then Tier 2 will be heading to Silverstone for next week at the British Grand Prix. And that would obviously be one to excite the fans and everybody around, because Silverstone is one of the most iconic circuits and most historic circuits on the calendar. Right. Let's see the situation then. Anybody's in the... Oh, we do have one. Okay, we do have a driver who does want an interview, and okay, that'll be an interesting one. I will be popping in there in just a moment. I want to make sure I've got all the sort of finishing positions all set up so I know where everybody finished, because that is going to be a crucial thing for when I do the interview. Right. I do know, obviously, that he did end up winning the race. It's more about where he started. Okay. Really, my screenshot, I didn't even save where he started. Oh, I did save my quality results, didn't I? Oh, I did. Okay. Alright, now I know. Cool. Let's head into the interview room. Let's also make sure we set up the interview page. There you go. So we've got that in now. And let's head across to the interview room. I'm just going to get a quick drink and I'll be back in a moment, and then we'll get the interview started. Right then, and we are back. We are now in the interview room. So here we go. We have your race winner for this evening. Good evening, Viking Fox.
Evening, Viva.
How are you, mate?
It was a tough one. Yeah, it was having a good battle. You know, I didn't want to keep like passing and overtaking, because I could see that, you know, we boxed quite early, so I knew our tyres were really going to start hurting near the end. So yeah, I was just trying to play a bit of cat and mouse with him in the end, and yeah, I decided I was going to wait till the last lap and then just dump all my battery into the overtake, and yeah, got it done.
In terms of where you were near the end, you were obviously fighting sometimes, but were you ever thinking the cars behind were going to catch you?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I was. This is why I didn't want to get into too much of a fight with him, with Will, because I was like, if we start scrapping, the cars behind are going to catch up really quick, and we didn't have the tyres to get into a battle like that. So I was keeping an eye on it, but the gap wasn't coming down as quick as I expected it to. To be fair, because I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure Boy Knockout boxed quite a while or quite a few laps after we did, so he wasn't a million mile away. But to be honest, I was just trying to focus on keeping with the car in front, and it seemed like we had pretty even pace. To be honest, you know, it was a good battle. I enjoyed it. So my teammate pipped me to my pole, so that was a bit frustrating. But yeah, I'm super happy with the result. It was a good fight.
No, it was yeah. I mean, you go back to that qualifying that you and Woody. Did you know that you guys had that pace to get the one was it 1 and 2 in the end? It was, wasn't it? You and Woody.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean, well, I went back. Well, after I saw Mickey went out on the inters and set a lap, I thought, I'm going to go out. And then when I came back in, I'd slipped even further down the grid after my inter run. So I just decided I'm either going to put in a good lap or I'm going to put it in the wall. And yeah, managed to chuck it out on pole. And then yeah, in the dying seconds, Woody's great in the rain. He's really good. Like, fair play to him. I'm not a fan of racing in the wet, and Woody pulled it out the bag, and he helped me out a lot at the beginning as well. Good bit of strategy. We were trying to. The Red Bulls were so quick early on, and we tried to keep them behind us as long as we could, but it was tricky. And then yeah, after the pit stop, it kind of worked out all right. I managed to kind of work my way through the field, but Vil literally just chased me through the whole grid. And yeah, I just couldn't get rid of him. So I did notice I was trying not to use my tyres up too much. So he did have a couple of slides late on, but I wasn't in a real good position to try and get past him. So there was, I think, once or twice he had a little bit of a slide and I managed to get around him. So yeah, I thought it was a good battle, but I don't think he does. So
Yeah, it looked alright from what I saw, and also, well, it certainly looked fun, from the
yeah,
viewers'
I mean, I
perspective.
just, I was trying to just put my car in good defensive places. Like, I was coming in at awkward angles into the corner, sitting in the middle of the track. If you tend to go too much to a side, you allow the other car to get round you. If you hold a more central position in the track, it's a lot difficult for someone to try and either go around the outside of you, like, on the real edge where you don't really want to be, and then if you
Mm.
try and go down the other side, it's difficult when someone places their car in a really awkward spot. So yeah, I like to believe I did a good job of defending my position in the end, and I bided my time in the end. I had nearly full battery going into the last lap, and I knew as long as I stayed close to him in the final DRS zones, and my car didn't absolutely drop out from under me through the quick left right hander, I was going to get him. So yeah,
Mm.
I enjoyed it, man. It was good. Nice to get my first win. It's my third podium in a row now, and I think, well, I'd be interested to see the standings because I think it's got really tight up the top end now. I'm not sure where Warren have finished. Haven't really seen the
I
rest of
think
the race results back.
he was P7, wasn't
So yeah, it could be interesting. I mean, I don't know what the gap was. I doubt I've closed it completely up, but I think it was. Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting going into the last couple of rounds.
he? Yes, it certainly looks that way. And yeah, let's talk about the safety car, the only safety car of the race. What were you thinking during that time? Because you obviously
Uh,
pinned.
I, yeah, I already had a plan. I was like, if the safety car comes in early, I was going to box straight away for the hards and try and run them to the end. And so, yeah, that literally was my plan. Woody decided he wanted to stay out, so I was like, okay, we'll split the strategy and see what goes. And then after the safety car got going, I was quite actually surprised how it wasn't easy for me to get through the field, but I felt like I made really good progress. And within a few laps, I managed to cruise up behind Mickey, Woody, and Boy Knockout. So I was like, okay, they've got a whole pit stop to make up on me now. So as long as I can try and keep it nice and clean and consistent, and if me and Bill didn't get into fighting too heavy, I was confident. Hopefully, I'd get a good result out of it. At that point, I wasn't thinking of a win because been there before, and you start getting like distracted, going, "Yeah, I'm going to win the race," and yeah, it all goes wrong. So no, yeah, literally, yeah, that was always my plan. If the early safety car come out, which I kind of thought there was, because there would be one, because Australia's just one of them tracks where it can be a bit vicious.
Mm, yeah. Well, I will sort of update you. I'm pretty certain now you will take the championship lead from Warner.
Nice.
So as far as I don't know if it's fully updated with the penalties, but it would have been 18 points going into this round. And obviously you won. You got P7, so it would have been very close. But I think you might just take it. And again, if there were any penalties included, it might be factored in. But yeah, I think you might just take the lead. Again, it'll be close
Cool.
though.
Nice. Yeah, no, it's tight. I mean, this isn't done by any stretch of the imagination. I've got to keep these kind of results going. Warner is a really good driver. Gandalf, boy knockout. Well, Mick does loads. Anybody on their day, Woody, anybody in tier two is capable of putting in good results. So
Mm.
still a long way to go yet. But yeah, great result today. Well chuffed to get my first win in the bag.
Yeah, nah, certainly. So, I will double check actually the points calculation. I think for P7 you get 18 points. Let's see, 18 points. So, okay, so 17 points, 18 point gap. Actually, I think you might be 1 point behind.
It's close. So
Yeah, it's wow, that is incredibly close.
So
Jeez.
yeah, I'm I'm happy with that. So what is it? Last
Mm,
coming into the last 4 rounds now. It's gonna be
mm.
crazy. But saving the best for last. Brazil's my best track, and that's the last race of the season. So
And it's double points as
mm,
well.
yep, so I'm looking forward to that one. So I had a
Mm,
good result in the Hyundai on Friday around Brazil. So
mm.
yeah, I'll be if I could keep in the hunt for the championship into the last race, I'll be feeling confident.
Oh, there you go. You heard it there, folks. And he's very confident. Let's just say that for the final race at Brazil. Which is again double points. So you get 70 points for the race win, and you would also get the additional 1 point for a fastest lap. So 71 points to play for at that Brazilian Grand Prix. But yes, thank you very much, Viking. Fantastic stuff. And again, congratulations on your victory.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So there you go. Your race winner, Viking Fox. Again, superbly done. A masterful drive to just about fend off the challenge of Vival on that final lap and getting a overtake through into the chicanes at turn 9 and 10. Right, we'll head out of that one then. And now there you go. So for tonight then, that has been your tier 2 race. We've done the interview with your race winner, Viking Fox. Thank you for the follow for Turner. I presume that's Team Turner, which is good because that is the Aston Martin driver. But yes, for tonight that'll be that. Again, next week for Tier 2, we'll be heading to Silverstone, so I'll be back on comms for that. I'll be back on comms actually for Friday night's race in the 100% tier as well. So there you go. But we'll be back tomorrow night for UFRL for Tier 3. And let's see what happens for tomorrow. But for me, that is it. So good evening and good night to everybody here in UFRL. I have been UFRL F1 Viva. We have been UFRL. Thank you for watching and good night.